Aidan. Our question is, how do you plan to fight poverty in Hamilton?
So a big
Jason?
part of, thank you, a big part of what I want to do around creating that culture of customer service at City Hall is changing the economic mix of how our city works. If you create a City Hall that works with people and is welcoming and people want to do business with it, you open the door to an awful lot of economic development and an awful lot of jobs and opportunities in the city. I can't count the number of people I've heard from on the campaign trail who either gave up halfway through the process of starting a business or were delayed incredibly through permitting or through license inspections or through all of these things. If we create a City Hall that's open for business and welcoming to people who want to come and invest in our city, whether they're from here or they're from elsewhere, we can create jobs and economic growth for the entire city for everybody from all walks of life. Thank you.
Sandy, after you.
Yes, thank you. I've spent most of my career working with low-income families. I've had the privilege to see how they struggle and to see their valiant effort to overcome some of the missed opportunities that we all take for granted. And so this is near and dear to my heart. There are many ways to address poverty, and people talk about the cost of addressing poverty, but it's absolutely an investment. It's an investment in our community. Pathways to education is a clear way of helping people in poverty. We have first-class educational institutions in Hamilton. There's no reason why people living in poverty in this community shouldn't have access to those. We need to build affordable housing. It's a crime, the number of people that are on social housing waiting lists in this community. When we're looking to build, when we need builders, we need to build jobs in this community, so we need to address affordable housing. And as we invest and as we grow, we need to look at some policies that ensure if we are spending dollars on development and building, that those dollars go to jobs that pay a living and decent wage so that we continue to climb up and not face a downward spiral in our community in terms of poverty and access to income. Thank you.
Ira, after you.
There's no question that poverty is a problem. It's not just a problem in the city. It's not just a problem in Ward 1. It's a problem in the Ainsleywood community where people are suffering. And I'm talking predominantly about seniors. They're having a tough time. They can't afford the homes they're living in anymore. The property taxes are absolutely outrageous. And they're not getting the service for the money. I mean, which is a real problem. I mean, look at Ainsleywood. There's no services that the city provide, and yet they're paying just as much taxes as people in Westdale. So we have to think about taxes and public services. We have to provide opportunities for people to have better jobs. We need to sit down with the province and say, listen, yes, we're a child of the province, but you need to listen to us. We need to get the wages increased. Minimum wage is way too low. People can't survive on that. And as your councillor, I would do that. I would work with the province and say, we need to do better. Thank you.
Brian, after you.
My entire career has been working with children in need in some way, shape, or form. I started with the Hamilton East Kiwanis Boys and Girls Club, and then moved on to the Hamilton Bulldogs. At the Hamilton Bulldogs, we created something called the Children's Youth Fund, in which we were able to raise funds through private donations, private businesses, in order to donate tickets, merchandise, and give children the opportunity, who couldn't otherwise afford, the opportunity to attend a Bulldogs game and be entertained. That evolved into the Bulldogs Foundation, which then raised funds, again through private donations, in order to feed children, creating a breakfast program which was instituted in numerous schools throughout the community that were in need. I take that practice and I apply that. Healthy businesses can build healthy communities. Working with your private businesses in order to raise funds and to market those opportunities to them and how it can benefit the community. Private industry will listen to that, and we will benefit, and children and those in need will gain as well.
Tony, after you.
Yes. Been involved with the Good Shepherd for many years, doing fundraising for their special programs that they have and accommodating a lot of the needy people, and they invest in people. They really believe that investing in people that they help, and has been working for years. A lot of these people come out of there and they are having their own jobs. They've been assisted too. So it is there's help out there. Also, I've been involved with the City Kids, and so we fundraiser, we help all the kids, all the needy kids there. We need to do more of that, and in the end, I think like investing people will help the people to be on their own eventually. Thank you.
Aiden, after you.
The number one thing we can do for low-income people in Hamilton is to build an economy that gives them jobs. We need to cut red tape that strangles new business development in the city. We need to make it much quicker and much easier to get commercial licenses for new business projects approved in the city. We need to make a clear, transparent, rules-based process, something we presently lack, for getting commercial rezoning applications through the bureaucracy of City Hall. These are tangible steps that we can take as a municipality to do real things to help our economy grow. That said, we also have to fulfill our obligation to social housing for low-income people who need municipal help in terms of having a dignified, hygienic place to live. We need a mental health strategy to address the disproportionate number of low-income families that struggle with issues of mental illness. We need to recognize that we have a growing urban Aboriginal population in Hamilton.
Thank you, Aiden.